possession as well. Staples, not so much.
Yeah,
and
Staples.
right away, it's 1-0 Warde with that, and it's going to carry. Let's see if that momentum carries into the game.
Staples crowd, I believe, is going to start flooding in. We had a big wrestling match earlier, so some guys may be coming in late. Aiden Shea, Ryan Moore, Matthew Corrigan, and Jack Kramer, I believe, to start. Excuse me, Stuart Jones is going to be starting over Corrigan. So that is the Warde starting lineup. Starting for Staples, we have, I believe, Tobias, Sikorsky, Udell, Klacko,
and Bowman.
And this, I believe, is going to be the last game. This is the last game that senior captain Caleb Smith is going to be missing. He's back Friday against Ludlow. He's the missing piece that they have been missing. Him defensively, rebounding-wise, and just overall leadership on the floor, controlling the offense. He's really been missed, but they've found a way to make it work without him, and him coming back is going to be huge for him. As we get set to tip off here, Sikorsky and Kramer to take it. And Warde's going to get it to start. Here's Stuart Jones taking up the ball, guarded by Klacko. Going to get it over to Shea. Shea's guarded by Tobias. Shea making moves on Tobias, kicks out. Stuart Jones for three, no good. Rebound almost. Klacko goes to Moore, though, with the open layup. 2-0 Warde.
Yeah, those are the kind of things you can't let happen if you're Staples. The ball has to roll your way, especially in a big game like this. Come out with the W.
Here's Udell, center court. He's going to look to set it up here. Tobias going to get him the screen. He's going to hit Tobias on the roll. The layup, no good. Rebound, Bowman. Bowman tries to kick it out, but it's going to be stolen by the Warde Mustangs. It's going to go Warde's way. So a little bit of a sloppy offensive possession by Staples, but I'm sure they're going to be able to clean it up. Here's Stuart Jones taking up the ball for Warde. Going to kick it all the way over to Shea. Shea driving inside. Layup, no good. He's looking for the block. Here's Klacko on the break. He's got Bowman next to him. Pass it to Bowman. Bowman swings back to Klacko. Now Klacko to Sikorsky in the corner. Now here's Udell. They're going to reset here. Udell to Klacko. Klacko swings over to Sikorsky on the screen, but it's going to be too strong of a pass, and it's going to be a turnover. Now here's Moore for the other way for Warde. Stuart Jones to Shea, far side corner. Going to get it to Corrigan. Corrigan all the way back out to Moore on near side corner. It's going to be in, and Warde is going to take a 5-0 lead to start.
Yeah, Warde can't shoot well if Staples wants to win. They need to get out there on the perimeter, but it's hard, just lack of size, to be able to stop the inside. But I like the pick and roll we saw earlier with Klacko and Sikorsky. We'll see if they can hit that.
Here's Klacko right now in the post. Gets it out to Sikorsky. Sikorsky back to Klacko. He's going to screen him. Klacko spins inside. He's going to hit Bowman. Bowman, the layup, no good. Rebound Corrigan, and Warde's on the break. Here's Moore. Moore back to Shea. Now Shea to Stuart Jones. Now down low to Kramer, being guarded by Udell. It's going to go the other way. I believe they're going to be calling it a charge.
Yeah, I think Staples got lucky on that one. A bit of a physicality down low, but that's what you want to see if you're the Warde coach, with Kramer getting down there, getting physical, showing his presence in the paint, because that's the way to beat Staples right now, and that's how we've seen them get beat time and time again this year, is they just get hit in the inside, and there's not much they can do. They don't have that much size. As Adam Udell gets down the lane to two for a physical layup.
Adam Udell for two right there. Speaking of Kramer, he's wearing 34 tonight. Usually he wears 22. Here's Moore. Moore to Corrigan, top of the key. He drives inside. Layup is no good. They're going to call a charge. Mace Tobias with another charge call there. Make that a lot on the season. Too many to count for him.
Yeah, huge play by Mason Tobias. Again, that's my X factor tonight. Huge charge call. It could be a 4-point swing depending on the outcome of this next possession, but to keep this score 7-2 and not let them get up, 5-2 as they change the scoreboard, not let it get too far ahead of them early is what Staples needs to keep doing.
Yeah, Staples starting off a little bit slow. Same thing with Warde. They're both keeping the pace. They're both playing calm basketball. They're feeling out what the defense is doing. I like the patience from both teams. We're going to see Warde start to pick it up here. They're very explosive offense. But Staples just needs to respond. They got to find a way to get open from three. You know, that's what Coach Goldshore preaches. He preaches you have to take a minimum of 33s a game as a team. We talked about this with him on the cleanup crew. He wants them to take as many threes as possible. They're a great three-point shooting team. They're trying to make up for their size with that. So just getting open from three is the key early on for the Wreckers. Here's Udell. Udell driving right side. He's going to go in the post. Udell looking for Tobias, gets it to him down low. The layup is no good. Rebound Kramer.
Yeah, I like that physical play by Tobias. He could have probably thrown it outside, but I don't mind it. It's a moxie move by him, and he's got to be physical too in the paint. As Kramer
took the layup there over Sikorsky, no good. Now here's Udell on the break for the other side for the Wreckers. He's far side wing, driving on Shea. He's going to kick it out to Tobias. Tobias corner three, no good. Rebound Shea. Now the Mustangs are on the break. Gets it to Moore in the mid-range, no good. Rolls off the rim. So both teams can't get it going from outside early on, as Udell is going to give the point guard duties up to Tobias, as he's going to get it to Klacko. Klacko screen from Sikorsky. He's going to get it to Bowman. Bowman and Udell. Udell driving inside, looks for Klacko. Klacko open three, no good. Rebound Kramer. Staples can't seem to get it going early on as Shea on the other side drives in, looks for Corrigan outside on Bowman. Three-pointer's good.
That's a huge 6-point swing for Warde there. As Sam Klacko open from the top of the key, you rarely see him miss as he gives it to Bowman in the corner. But Klacko needs to hit those shots as a leader on this team,
Klacko,
even though he's young, unexperienced, but he needs to hit those.
Here's Udell now. Udell's going to recover the ball. Going to drive inside. He's baseline. He's going to kick it out to Tobias. Tobias looking for a man. He's going to get it to Bowman. Bowman driving baseline. He's going to get tipped. And a bad turnover there. Bowman tried to get it to Klacko. Pass was off, and it's going out of bounds. So sloppy play from Staples so far. What do you think they can do to clean it up as Nathan Smith checks in for Bowman?
More than halfway through the first quarter with 2 points. That's definitely not what you want to see. 16 points per 32, so they need to step it up on the offensive end as Shea spots it from three, and if he hit that, we would have seen, great play by Tobias keeping the ball in bounds, but again, Staples needs to be more efficient on this offensive end.
Here's Klacko now driving inside, gets it to Udell in the corner for three, no good, front rim.
Yeah, that won't go. Udell only shooting 26% from three this season. So
that's a turnover right there for Warde. Sikorsky gets the steal. Here's Tobias inside. The layup is good.
Yeah, Warde now getting angry because they thought they had a charge call, which has been called on them twice already tonight, and they don't get it as Staples brings it back 8-4.
Here's Moore for three on Udell. No good. Hits back rim. Klacko with the board. Substitutions for Warde. We have Nascimento Jr. is in. Goldberger. And as Sam Klacko hits a three, Staples brings it back 7-8 as Bass Lawrence also checks in for Kramer. Now here's Moore in the corner working on Udell. Is going to get it outside, or tries to get it outside before Klacko tips it away. It's going to stay Warde way.
Yeah, good defensive play there by Klacko. Shot clock resets, but that's what you want to see out of them, and that's good efficiency, as we just said. They put up 5 points just like that, and even though it's an ugly game both ways, Staples now down 4 after Nascimento hits that, but they're playing well and they need to keep it up.
Yep. Here's Udell. Udell driving inside, gets it to Tobias, or screened by Tobias, excuse me. He's going to try and lay it up over two. It's good.
That's the kind of athleticism we talk about. Adam Udell playing Division I lacrosse at Michigan, so he's used to the spotlight and he's used to big moments, and he's going to come out here and he's going to do what he does best, which is be athletic with the ball.
Now here's Bass Lawrence on Sikorsky. He's looking for a man. He's going to get it to Moore. Moore guarded by Klacko. He's going to get it to Goldberg. Goldberger, a deep three. No good. Rebounds loose. Going to go to Tobias. Tobias to Klacko. Klacko in transition. The layup's good.
Yeah, and you see Klacko all the time in transition. He's one-on-one. You almost know he's putting that in, especially when he gets up in the air. He's very crafty, and he just hit that layup to bring the game tied at 11.
He's so good with making tough layups, contested layups, as Goldberger shoots three. That's open. No good. Rebound Udell. Here's Udell now. Udell gets to Klacko. Klacko, far side wing. Looking on Somos, who also checks in for Warde. He's looking to find someone. Tries to get it to Udell. And he's going to go backcourt as the pass was too strong. It's going to be a backcourt violation. It's going back Warde's side.
Yeah, definitely what I'd assume Coach Goldshore would phrase this first quarter as is ugly for the Staples Wreckers, and they're still tied 11-11, so they're not doing awful right now, but they need to step it up, and they're in this game easily. They need to keep playing better, and they might be able to open it up a bit here.
Completely agreed as Kramer checks in for more, so they're going a little bit bigger. Somos gets it to Kramer. Kramer tries to get it outside to Goldberger, but it's going to be stolen by Nathan Smith. Now the Wreckers are on the break. Here's Klacko, far side wing three, no good. Rebound Goldberger. He's going to take it up and speed it up for Warde here. Now he's going to find Somos open in the wing. Three, no good. And a loose ball is going to be out. Smith tried to get it, but it went out of bounds. It's going to stay Warde way.
Yep.
As they make another substitution here. Corrigan for Bass Lawrence. So Warde going with a lot of substitutions early on. Staples staying a little bit more conservative. They did bring in Heyer and Lohman, both freshmen. As Somos open in the corner again for three, no good. And the rebound's going to go to Dylan Lohman after a fight for the ball with Kramer. And now Udell's going to bring it up. Bring it up for the Staples Wreckers. He's center court now. Working on Goldberger. He's going to drive inside. The layup is good. A tough layup from Adam Udell.
Again, an athletic play by Adam Udell. And
Adam Udell.
again, an athletic play by Adam Udell. And I don't think anybody in this arena is surprised. He comes out here and he does it night after night.
Here's Goldberger. Gets to Corrigan. Corrigan driving on Lohman. Gets to Kramer down low. And that's basically an open layup for him. He's going to get that one to go. Here's Udell. Udell working on Nascimento. Nascimento's going to tip it out of Udell's hands, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So, 13-13 to end the first. It's a tie game. Max, what do you think Staples needs to do to try and not really not close the gap, but to gain a bigger lead?
Yeah, we talked about their offensive efficiency, and that was only with 3:47 left in this first quarter, and since then they've put up 9 points in just those 3 minutes. So that's what they need to do. They need to get down the lane. They need to be physical in transition. They need to be smart in transition. Again, with a lot of not stupid, but not the smartest turnovers so far. We've had a back court. We've had some miscommunication.
Ball in the hands of Jack Kramer, the big guy down low. Has a big size advantage. He's also very athletic. So just getting him the ball down low, letting him go to work, I think that could be their bread and butter, because that's what we've seen teams do and be successful against Staples this season.
Yeah, and starting lineups both back on the floor for these teams. It's offensive moving pick called on Mason Tobias, and that flips possession right away early in the second quarter.
So moving pick called, just a little bit more careless, a little bit sloppy, as some people call a play. Staples just needs to clean it up. As Shea to take it in for Warde. Here's Shea. They're going to set up a play here. He's on Tobias. Shea driving left side. Baseline layup is good.
Yeah, great layup by Shea. He's looking for a foul there, but he's a big guy, and he's getting in there early, and he wants to make plays in the paint just as much as other guys do, and he did that right there.
Here's Udell. Stewart Jones on him. Udell driving inside. The fadeaway, no good. Rebound, Bowman, but it's going to slip out of his hands. It's going to go Warde way. So a great effort play from Bowman to try and get the ball right there, but couldn't hold on to it. And it's going to go Warde way, as it would have gone. Here's Stewart Jones. Adam Udell's on him. Still has the ball. He's going to hand it off to Aiden Shea. Shea to Kramer. Now Kramer back to Stewart Jones. Stewart Jones driving on Sikorsky. He's going to get it out to Corrigan. Corrigan for three. Hits back rim. No good. Rebound. Klacko. Klacko driving up the court now. He's looking for someone's going to get it to Udell. Udell to Bowman. Bowman, pump fake. His pass is going to be stolen by Corrigan. And now it's going to go Warde way. More turnovers for the Wreckers. As Kramer inside on Sikorsky's got no good. He's going to get his own rebound, though. And after a sloppy secure of the ball, it's going to go to Sikorsky. It's going to go the Wreckers' way.
Yeah, and Charlie Bowman with 2 turnovers in a row, and looks like Nathan Smith will be checking into him as Coach Goldshore shows some visible frustration with him as he spots up from 3 in the corner. And
no good.
Does not hit.
Rebound Moore. Speed it up here. He's going to slow it down, get to Stuart Jones. Stuart Jones to Kramer inside. The layup is good. Now here is Udell to take it up for the Wreckers. So a 4-point swing for Warde so far. 2 minutes into this second quarter. Here's Bowman. Bowman gets it to Sikorsky at the top of the key. Back to Bowman. Bowman's going to get to Tobias. Tobias driving inside on Kramer. He's going to look for someone. Ball tipped out of his hands. He's going to get to Klacko. Klacko, 3 is good.
Yeah, and Sam Klacko, again, bailing this team out, hitting another 3-pointer. They're covering him well, but not as well as I'd say I've seen Wilton do. So I wonder if they try to tighten up on him as he hits another 3 to put the Wreckers within 1.
Now here's Shea on Tobias. Going to get the screen from Kramer. He's going to hit him on the roll, but the pass is going to be taken away by Tobias, and Sikorsky is an open. Klacko is going to get blocked. Bowman's going to get the rebound and put it back up and in for the Wreckers.
Yeah.
So a 5-point swing from the Wreckers to combat the 4-point swing from Warde. So good showing so far in these last 2 minutes. Warde, I believe, taking the timeout. What do you think they're talking about in their huddle? What do you think they're doing wrong right now on offense and a little bit on defense?
Yeah, as coach looks at the scoreboard, and it looks like Staples is taking their first lead of the game, only with 5:17 left in the second quarter. I think he's telling his team to calm down. They're doing great in the paint. They need to slow down a little bit. And on defense, they're getting beat in transition. They need to get back more. Sam Klacko is making the most of himself in transition, along with some of these other Staples players. So they need to get back on defense, and they just need to hit shots. They need to trust their game plan, which I assume is getting into Kramer in the middle because he's doing damage in the paint. And he's already got almost 6 points, I think, in the paint, just on easy layups. And it looks like he's just a little too tall for the Staples team to guard, and they got to keep feeding him.
And their role players doing a solid job right now. Shea and Moore have been quiet tonight. Those are 2 of their leading scorers. So if you're Warde, you like to see more out of them. But those 2 quiet so far. Kramer's starting to get going, and the role players have really shown out for Warde so far. They've been what's keeping Warde in this game. Now here's Nascimento, guarded by Nathan Smith. Smith with some great defense on Nascimento. He's going to get it to Becker. Becker's going to get to Stuart Jones up top, who's guarded by Klacko. Now here's Stuart Jones driving inside. The layup is good. So a nice drive from Stuart Jones. Puts Warde back up. Now here's Nathan Smith, near side wing. He's going to take it up. He's going to get it to Adam Udell. We're going to set up a play, maybe for Klacko here to get him loose. Now here's Udell is going to get stripped. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay Staples' way.
Yeah, Udell looks to be limping after that, but he takes the ball again, and he's not subbing out, so he seems to be good as he brings it up the court.
Now here's Udell. Udell to Sikorsky. Sikorsky, near wing 3 is good.
Wow, big 3-pointer by Sikorsky. We saw him do it last game, and he's carrying it in. 2 games ago at Wilton. He's carrying it in again today. Another big FCX matchup as refs called another out of bounds on Warde. They seem to keep bailing Staples out again. So Staples, things are going their way early in this game, and they need to hope that continues, especially as this Warde team starts to get a bit frustrated with this lack of officiating going their way.
And Sikorsky, it may not be his kitchen, but he's still cooking. Here's Klacko, who's going to get it backdoor to Udell. Udell downloaded Tobias. Tobias layup, no good. Rebound, Bass Lawrence.
Yeah, I love that physicality by Tobias with that inside roll on the block, and he makes himself his own shot and gets a nice open layup, and he's frustrated as he misses that, but that will fall later in this game. They need it to.
Here's Shea driving inside. He's going to get it down to Bass Lawrence. Bass Lawrence layup, no good. Fight for the rebound is going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay Warde's way, I believe.
Yeah, that definitely looked like a foul on Sikorsky. So again, Warde not getting great calls, but game's a game and ball don't line. Staples is still up 2.
Now here's Stuart Jones trying to get it back to Shea, but it's going to be tipped away by Mason Tobias. So some solid defense to start the second half of the second quarter here for the Wreckers.
Tobias there makes another great inside hustle play to break up the offense.
Now here's Stuart Jones. Stuart Jones guarded by Sikorsky. He's going to get it down low. Kramer's guarded by Tobias. Here's Stuart Jones. Pump fake. Side step. Three. No good. Rebound Sikorsky. Now here's Klacko to take it up for the Wreckers. He's going to look to Udell. Udell. Far wing. He's going to drive inside. Layup. Fade away. It's good.
Yeah, so that's the layup that Udell missed on his last field goal attempt, and he hits it this time to put the Wreckers up 4. And I've got to say, as I'm noticing watching this game, Sam Klacko having a lot more freedom than he has in past couple of games. And Staples is up 4, and you wonder if that's the reason he's able to facilitate the ball a bit more and open things up for other guys.
Here's more. Corner 3. No good. Rebound Klacko. Wreckers are on the break. Here's Klacko driving inside. Layup is good. And 1.
Wow, and that's another call that doesn't go Ward's way. They're hoping for a charge, which could have been, but we said it earlier, Klacko will make all those contested layups, almost all of them, especially in 1v1 scenarios down near the rim. So he gets up and he's going to the line for 1.
And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point, with the free throw, will be a 7-point Wrecker lead. They're going on a big run. Ward not happy with the calls they're getting. You see the sideline. You see head coach Justin Henry,
yeah, and
angry at the refs here. Now here's Kramer, top of the key. Mustangs are scrambling. Here's Shea.
Nathan Smith playing tenacious defense today, and that's what Coach Goldshore needed for him. He's lost some minutes in these recent games, and he's able to get another steal. As I'm saying that, as it turns into
Klacko layup in transition is good.
And this is what we're saying. Klacko is dangerous in transition, and Nathan Smith out here making the most of his minutes.
It's defense into offense right there. That's what Nathan Smith does best. Is Kramer inside, is going to get the layup to go over Klacko.
Yeah, that keeps that a 6-point game. The Staples team, they're playing hard, and so is Ward. It's going to be a great game as we go down to the last couple minutes in the second quarter.
Klacko looking for a man. He's going to find Sikorsky, far side wing, a 3, no good. I think he shot that one too quickly, got a little bit too antsy. As an almost travel and a misstep by Corrigan's going to lead to a Staples transition. Nathan Smith, open layup is good. Don't know what happened there with him. That's a little bit of a mishap on Ward.
Yeah, it looked like Ward player knew he was about to travel, how to get the ball out of his hands, and gave up easy transition for Staples as they go up 8.
Staples, great recognition of when to jump the pass there. Kramer drives inside, gets to Shea in the corner. Shea, contested 3, no good. Rebound Tobias. Fight for the ball. They're going to call another jump. It's going to stay the Wreckers' way this time, but I don't believe that was a jump. I don't think they had it in their possession for long enough to call that one a jump.
Yeah, it looked like the Ward players were ripping at Tobias' hands there as Coach Goldshore is agitated on the sidelines, but that's nothing new coming from these coaches in this game. So Adam Udell brings the ball up with Wreckers up 8, 1:08 remaining in this second quarter.
As Bowman also checks in for the Wreckers. Here's Tobias. Tobias driving inside. He's going to get to Nathan Smith in the corner. Now Smith, it's back to Bowman. Bowman to Udell. He's going to set a screen on him as well. Udell driving inside. Layup. No good. Rebound. Moore.
Yeah, I don't love that look from Udell. He's trying to do a bit too much. Probably could have swung it out to Sam Klacko there for an open 3 in the corner, and we know how good he is at that.
Here's Kramer inside on Tobias. Going to be good. So Ward started to come back here, making a little bit of their own run.
Yeah, shot clock is turned off, so this will be if Staples is smart, and they... Wow, another call.
Going the Wreckers' way.
Yeah, as Ward does not get a charge there and instead receives a blocking foul. Now it's 25.5 seconds left in this half, and again, like I said, I think this will be the last possession of the game, if Staples is smart here.
Here's Udell. Udell to Smith in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound Kramer. And now here's Shea. Shea pretty quiet so far. He's going to get to Goldberger. Goldberger back to Shea. Weak pass going to be stolen by Klacko, but it's going to be stolen back from Goldberger. Now here's Shea. Shea, 6 seconds left on the clock. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Klacko. Klacko, 2 seconds left on the clock. 1 second left on the clock. Half-court shot, no good. So the first half is going to conclude with Staples at 29 and Ward at 23. So a 6-point lead from Staples. And a little bit of a momentum shift. Ward took a little bit of it back but they go into half up 6. They're in a pretty comfortable position. If you're Coach Golcher, what are you telling your guys to continue doing to keep this lead against Warde, who is favored in this game?
Yeah, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I think Staples went 16 and Warde went for 10 in that quarter, and it made a difference as momentum is definitely shifting Staples' way. And like I said, Warde, they need to play slower. That was a very ugly last couple minutes for Warde. They had turnovers and miscues, and they were giving the ball to Staples. And Staples is definitely making the most of their transition as they keep playing well. So Warde has to limit that and play their game. They're well coached. They come out here and they know what to do every game. Stick to their game plan. Do damage in the paint with Kramer. Keep the big guys on the floor, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and some really sloppy play from Warde there to end the first half. I think they were a little bit frustrated with the calls that they weren't getting, but they really let it get to them, and it led to a big Staples momentum shift. Just points off turnovers. Good defense turning into offense. When this Staples defense clamps down, they start to get a lot of steals. You have to calm down and stay conservative with the ball, which is what they weren't doing in the first half. I think that's exactly what their coach is going to be telling them at the half. And I also think that star players, Kramer's starting to get it going in the second quarter, but Aiden Shea and Ryan Moore really need to get it together as a halftime show is going on with some putting, trying to get it into a hole. But we will continue. We'll catch you guys back just before the second half for the rest of this state semifinal rematch. I'm tweaking right now. I just said FCAC semifinal rematch. I knew it was state.
shot selection is too great either. They've been making money in transition, but a pull-up three from Sam Clacker doesn't go and gives the ball back to Warde, and they're trying to do a bit too much in this transition. They need to play it slow and make smart plays, and they'll continue to put points on the board because this offensive group has talent, and this Warde defense doesn't seem to know what to do with that yet.
I completely agree, and I think if you're Staples, you got to keep the ball in Adam Udell's hands. He's been great tonight. He's been doing it all on the offensive side of the ball, scoring, distributing the ball, just keep it in his hands. He continues his dominance over Warde. Shea has the ball for the Mustangs, guarded by Tobias. He's looking for a man. Going to get to Kramer. Kramer guarded by Sikorsky. He's going to drive baseline. Get it outside to Stewart Jones for three. That's good.
Yeah, that's a three-pointer that is big. It puts Warde within three early in this half. And Staples definitely needs to score on this offensive end because this nice cushion here, 5 to 6 points, is what Staples wants to play with, as no backcourt is called there. Adam Udell with the ball up top again, the athletic point guard that we like to see make plays.
Here's Udell. Udell driving inside, and they're going to call a timeout. That's Coach Goldshore calling a timeout right there. Stewart Jones playing some great gritty defense on Udell, tips it out of his hands. No backcourt violation call. That was a good call by the ref, and Goldshore wanted to make sure the guys are cleaning it up, and they're going to try and get a good, solid inbounds play to try and, like you said, keep their cushion right now to one possession game. They're going to try and get that back to two. And for Warde so far, doing a great job on offense and on defense. Let's see what both teams have in store for us. As role players go, for Warde, Joshua Stewart Jones doing a great job on defense, just hit a three on offense. He's doing everything you want one of your role players to do. And on the Staples side, Bowman, Tobias, Sikorsky, all really doing their thing. Just a little bit more consistency from three is what I'd like.
Yeah, definitely. And Staples continuing to play hard defense. They're working hard, making hustle plays. They're staying low in their positioning, and this is what they need to do, especially to keep this Warde offense at bay.
As a steal from Stewart Jones. Now the Warde Mustangs are in transition. Kramer transition layup, no good. Another layup is no good from him. The ball is going to go out of bounds. The ref is going to call it Warde way, so Warde's going to continue to have it. Kramer had two open layups right there, one in transition. He got his own offensive rebound, and the other one was also no good. Some sloppy play there as they're going to get it back out to Kramer in the post. Kramer on Udell, layup is good. So third time's a charm for Warde there as they bring it to 1 point.
Yeah, and that's what we said at halftime. They need to trust their offensive game plan, keep Kramer in the paint up against guys like Adam Udell. We said he's a great point guard, great athletic guy, but Kramer must have at least 6 inches on Udell, so that inside matchup is going to be hard all day.
Here's Clacko, another mismatch. He's got Kramer on him. Clacko driving inside, spinning, layup is blocked. It's going to stay Staples' way, however. Great defense from Kramer right there, and great help from the rest of the Mustangs. Crashing in on that as Heyer checks in, the freshman for Staples. He's going to sub out Udell. He's going to get Tobias. Tobias in the post. Layup is good after a couple of bounces off the rim. He's going to push the lead back to 3. Here's Stewart Jones, got it by Heyer. He's going to get it to Corrigan. Corrigan to Shea. Shea to Moore. Here's Moore, back to Corrigan, to Shea. So some good ball movement from Warde here. Shea guarded by Bowman. Out to Moore, corner 3. He's going to hit the back iron, rebound Tobias.
Yeah, great rebound by Tobias. He's getting in there, making hustle plays. And again, this Warde team, their shots are not falling as Sam Clacko throws the ball out of bounds again. That's another Staples turnover that keeps hurting them and isn't allowing them to get up big in this game like they're probably hoping to.
Completely agree right there. I think Clacko just wanted to keep Bowman in the corner. Bowman tried to stay moving and stay available. As Corrigan driving in on Bowman, he's going to get it out to Shea. Shea now in the corner. Udell's guarding him. Udell subs back in for Heyer. Now here's Moore. Moore near side wins. Going to try and get to Shea. It's going to be intercepted by Udell. Udell on the break. He's going to swing it to Bowman. Bowman the alley-oop. No good. Rebound Corrigan and the Mustangs. Here's Moore.
Yeah, great steal by Adam Udell there. Intercepts that play, great intuition. They just need to cash in on that transition.
As Kramer gets an easy inside bucket on Sikorsky right there brings the lead back to 1 for the Wreckers. You really want to see that highlight play go on Udell to Bowman, but just couldn't fall. It's Udell driving inside. Layup is good. A tough one from Adam Udell.
Yeah, great layup again. Staples is hitting these contested layups as they need to do, and keep working in transition, keep working in the paint, and get what they can, take what they can get, especially with this Ward size differential.
Here's Moore now. He's going to get the screen from Kramer. Moore driving inside is going to get to Shea. Shea now also driving inside. The ball's going to be tipped. He's trying to save it. It's going to go Staples' way as he falls out of bounds with the ball. So sloppy play from Shea there leads to another Wrecker offense possession to push the lead back to more than a one-possession game.
Yeah, Dylan Lohman checks into the game. And he's right at his spot in the corner, and I assume Staples is going to try to get him the ball there. As he hit 5 3-pointers in that Wilton win as a freshman, put the game up 15, and he really took control of that game along with Nick Sikorsky.
Here's Tobias in the corner. Drives baseline, layup is good, and 1! Mason Tobias, a tough lefty layup from the sophomore.
Yeah, and we love to see that fire, especially from a young guy like Tobias. He's only a sophomore, and he's out here. He's putting himself on the line for his teammates, and we see the entire bench and the entire fan section for Staples getting really hyped up from that. And it's switching momentum as he misses his free throw to keep the score at 35-30 Staples.
Now here is Moore, near side corner. Going to be guarded by Clacko. He's going to get it back out to Stuart Jones. Stuart Jones on Udell. He's going to drive inside. He's going to reset. Now here's Moore. Moore gets it to Shea off the handoff. Now Clacko's guarding Shea. Shea drive inside the floater is good.
Yeah, and refs stayed away from that charge call as it looked a bit weak, and that would have set this Ward coaching staff off as the ref gets in the way of a pass there from Lohman.
Yeah, so Clacko tried to sling it over to Lohman. He was open in the corner. They're trying to Lohman was really, really quick to get back there, and the ref just in his way, couldn't get to the right spot. It's going to go out of bounds. Stuart Jones is the ball for the Mustangs. Stuart Jones gets to Kramer in the post. Kramer, another layup, no good. Rebound stays Ward's way. Nascimento gets it. Now here's Shea driving baseline. Gets back to Nascimento, corner 3. Air ball. As Lohman will bring down the rebound for Staples.
Yeah, I think Clacko got a good finger on that three-point ball as he was able to alter that shot, and that fell way short. So great closeout by Sam Clacko there to save a three-pointer from Ward to tie the game.
As Shea fouls Udell on the drive when he was just trying to take it up. So that's a pretty careless foul from Shea there. Just going to put another one in the team foul column for him. Here's Udell. Udell on Stuart Jones, going to drive inside, look for a layup. They're going to call a charge here. They said bumped into Stuart Jones too much on that one. So here's Corrigan who gives it up. Stuart Jones for Ward. Stuart Jones driving inside. Step back 3 on Adam Udell is good. As he points the 3 right at Udell, celebrates on him as Lohman is found open in the corner. He's going to pull up for mid-range. He's going to hit the back iron, rebound Stuart Jones. So a quick play for the Wreckers doesn't work out there. As here is Stuart Jones. A mid-range is going to be airballed. So after a great three-point opportunity for Stuart Jones, he airballs the mid-range. Now Clacko's going to get to Sikorsky. Sikorsky a 3, no good. Rebound Shea.
Yeah, this isn't looking too pretty for both these teams here as the score still sits 35-35.
And now here's Stuart Jones making it happen. Gets to Corrigan, a wing 3. Hits back iron, rebound Tobias. And Tobias tries to get it to Clacko. It's going to be stolen by Nascimento. Nascimento is going to get it out to Stuart Jones. Stuart Jones to Corrigan. Open layup is no good. It's going to hit off of Tobias's knee, however, and it's going to stay the Mustangs' way.
Yeah, so again, like we've been saying all game, this has been a bit ugly from both teams. Both teams not hitting shots, making careless mistakes in transition, careless mistakes on offense, and also on defense, not letting miscues on their guys and letting guys get open shots. And the real reason that nobody's pulling away in this game is because those open shots aren't falling for either team.
Yeah, open shots not really falling, just as you said. Stuart Jones been doing it basically all for the Mustangs, getting rebounds, hitting threes, and distributing the ball. Seems to be their X factor tonight. Kramer also doing a solid job inside, but if you're Warde, you'd like to see him hit a couple more of those layups. He's finding himself open. He's just missing some careless open layups that you need to make. If he's making all of his layups, this game is a much different story.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think if Warde is hitting at least a third more of the shots that they've taken today, it's a much different game. So their shooting is definitely on a low today, and not what you want against the Staples team, who is happening to not shoot as well also. And both teams, they shoot well, especially Staples from three-point land. It turns into a dangerous game if they've got Lohman, Sikorsky, and Klacko out here, who are all great three-point shooters. And so the Staples lineup consists of Adam and Mason Tobias, as well as Warde comes out with their young guys.
Completely agreed. I mean, Staples they're looking to go on a run here from the three-point line. They're bringing in Lohman. They still have Klacko and Sikorsky out there, and they don't have Nathan Smith as Klacko steals the inbounds pass, and he's in transition. The layup is good. It's too easy for him.
That's what we keep saying. Sam Klacko looks so easy, makes it look so easy on this offensive end in transition. And that time, 2-on-1 there, and he ended up with an open layup.
And here's Goldberger. Layup is no good. He was open on that one, too. He's going to get it out to Moore for three on the wing. Is going to hit the front rim. It's going to be rebound Tobias. Now here's Udell to Klacko. Klacko contested layup is good. And one.
Great competitive physicality we're seeing from Sam Klacko right now as he draws contact there and puts it up, and he's going to the line. But I want to shine some light on Mason Tobias' closeout down there. He came from almost a free throw line to the corner down to alter Moore's shot in the corner, and he was able to get that rebound and get it up to Klacko. So again, Mason Tobias doing more stuff inside the lines. He's a real hustle player and plays a lot like Caleb Smith. And once we see Caleb back on this floor, him and Tobias together, they're going to be getting a lot of extra possessions for the Staples team.
As Klacko's free throw is missed, this game seems to be really low scoring so far as well. Both teams can't really seem to get it going from three. As Kramer has the ball on the wing for the Mustangs. He's going to get it to Goldberger. No, Goldberger on Udell. He's going to drive inside, going to get to Kramer in the post. Kramer, layup is good.
Again, what we've said, stick to the game plan, let Kramer work in the paint. He's going to do damage.
Kramer, an athletic and big forward/center for the Mustangs, as Udell gets it to Sikorsky at the top of the key. Sikorsky with a mismatch now on Goldberger. He's going to hand it off to Klacko. Klacko, Goldberger's guarding him. Tobias to Udell in the corner. Udell driving in, gets it out to Klacko. Klacko, a deep wing three is good. Sam Klacko's heating up.
Yeah, he's taking over this game. He scored the last 7 points for Staples to put them up 5. And like we said earlier, Warde has to stay close on this team as Udell gets a great.
Adam Udell picks it off again, like just as we've seen before. An open layup is good from him. Warde, I'm sure, is getting flashbacks from that state semifinals game, seeing Adam Udell on the break.
Yeah, momentum is definitely in Staples' favor right now as this superfan section from Warde is quiet.
Shea inside, the spin move layup, no good. 14 seconds left on the clock. Klacko has it. He's the hot hand right now for Staples. We're going to see him get a three off here. Here's Klacko. Klacko, Moore's on him, pull up mid-range, no good. Rebound Goldberger as the clock expires. We're going into the fourth quarter with Staples at 44 and Warde at 37. So 7-point lead for the Wreckers. They basically maintain their first half scoring and their first half lead. And going into the fourth quarter, this one's going to be a very, very close one. Momentum's going Staples' way right now. Who do you think is going to be the X factors for both teams? You think it's going to switch up in the fourth? You think Stuart Jones and Klacko and Udell are going to be just the guys for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think Stuart Jones is pulling a lot of the weight for this Warde team, keeping them in the game here, along with Kramer. He's doing his job in the paint, but a lot of it is coming down to if Sam Klacko can stay hot, because if he can, he's one of the best players in the state, and we've seen that time and time again. He's only a sophomore right now, and he's playing great basketball. He's got the last 7 points for Staples, but we saw Shea get a great roll move inside and get himself an easy layup, and it just didn't go. He hit the front of the rim, and Staples with the rebound and gets it down the floor. So, again, we're seeing Warde get these open shots and getting to a point where they can cash in, and they just haven't yet.
Completely agreed, and I'd like to mention that this game is very low scoring for these two teams. 44-37 going into the fourth. We've seen this Warde team especially put up 92 points against Bassick earlier in the season, 81 against Harding. They're at 37 right now going in the fourth. So both these teams can't really get into a full rhythm. They haven't been able to knock down their three-point shots. It's been a rough night for both teams. But Staples just playing some really solid defense, getting out in transition a little bit more than the Mustangs have been. And I think that's been the big difference. It's just those transition buckets they've been getting and the run they've been going on. They've been playing some really solid defense. And Warde can't seem to get it going outside, and inside they've been sloppy as well. Now here's Udell. Udell driving inside. Layup is contested. He's going to get fouled. And that's a great call from the ref. Can't miss that one.
Yeah, I think that's going to go on Stuart Jones, number 2, as he gets in there and tries to get up there and deny Adam Udell to the basket, and he's at the line for 2.
And Udell, his first free throw is up, and it's no good. He's going to hit off the front rim for a pretty big student section here for Warde. We haven't heard a lot of noise from him. We haven't heard him affect the game too much from up here. As Udell shoots a second one, it's going to be good. And that brings the lead to 8.
And that's right on the books, as Adam Udell is only shooting 52% from free throw this season. So 1 for 2 is his usual, but Sam Klacko, he's missed 2 already this game. He's 78%, so we need to see them hit free throws down the stretch, I assume, as Warde continues to try to foul.
And here, Kramer, they're trying to look for him. They couldn't get it to him, and now transition, Lohman a 3, no good. Sikorsky with a tough rebound. He's going to get to Tobias down low. Tobias, a bad pass leads to Warde in transition. Now here's Shea, and they're going to call foul on Adam Udell. He's tried to draw the charge. They're going to call it a block. Shea's going to the line for 2. So some really fast play from both teams. Staples really tried to recover that ball, that offensive rebound, but just couldn't seem to keep it in their hands, couldn't seem to secure it.
Yeah, and Dylan Lohman's shooting 34% from 3 this year. He misses that one in the corner in transition, and he had a lane to the basket, and he stepped back and took it from 3. And if that goes in, coach is happy, but I know he's thinking you got to take your points there and pull your team up 2 as that comes down, and it's a 3-point swing for Warde as they call timeout. 45-38 Staples with 7:18 left in the fourth.
Yes. So only a minute into this fourth quarter, we've seen Warde go on a little bit of a run. Both teams still playing sloppy, however. I think still any man's game. I think Staples still has most of the momentum. It just comes down to who is going to eventually start hitting their open looks, their open opportunities. Both teams haven't really hit them. We just saw Lohman, freshman, in the corner. Couldn't seem to get that one to go. It's maybe a little bit contested, but both teams can't seem to get it to go from beyond the arc. So I believe it's whatever team seems to get hot faster, whichever team gets hot from 3 at all.
Yeah, I agree, because as you said, Mason, this is a low-scoring game, and it's definitely coming down to these offensive teams not hitting the shots. I don't know what's in the air tonight, but it's not because of a lack of looks. They've been getting great shots, both teams. They have good shots getting up, questionable shot selection from both sides, but they're getting them up there, and they're just not falling. So it's about that. It's about whose shot's going to fall right now, and it comes down to the fourth quarter. It's whoever's been working the hardest and has been putting up the most shots in the morning, and I know the Staples team has. I can't speak for Warde, but we'll definitely see them coming out, and they bring out, again, Lohman, Sikorsky, and Klacko, all big-time three-point shooters to try to open up this lead.
Yeah, as I just got a text from Staples Superfans captain Max Bears. He said, let them know that the Superfans are on the way, so we might see a Staples surge crowd-wise in this fourth quarter. Here's Udell. Udell gets to Lohman in the corner. Lohman passes up the 3, gets it to not Udell, Klacko.
Yeah, and we saw Lohman take that three-point corner shot last possession, so we see him mature a little bit in that
Here's
sense.
Klacko, pump fake a 3, pull up mid-range, it's good. Sam Klacko, butter from mid-range, brings the lead back to 9.
Yeah, he's got the hot hand right now and puts Staples up 9 with 6:44 remaining.
Here's Nascimento, gets to Shea. Shea's going to drive inside, stolen by Klacko. Klacko now in transition. He's got Udell beside him. Klacko's going to kick it out to Lohman. They're going to slow it down now. Udell has it in the corner. He's going to get Tobias to down low. Tobias layup, no good. Rebound Moore. Moore out to Shea in transition. It's 2-on-1. Spin move, layup, no good. And now here's Udell on the break for Staples as well. Gets to Klacko. Klacko a 3, no good. Rebound Tobias. Tobias kick to Lohman. Lohman to Klacko. Klacko pump fakes, drives inside. The layup is going to be stripped. It's going to go the other way. So both teams try to get on transition there. Didn't work out for either team. Both teams playing solid defense. So it's going to be a gritty game. No team is going to score too many points in this fourth quarter, that's for sure.
Yeah, sloppy possession right there for Staples, but they're still up 9 as Stuart Jones takes up the court.
Now here's Stuart Jones. Looks to get to Nascimento. He does. Here's Nascimento. Tobias is guarding him. He's going to get tipped. Ball's going to be tipped. It's going to stay Ward's way, but a great defensive possession from Mason Tobias. We've seen him do it all night.
Yeah, definitely. And we see Caleb Smith getting out of his chair there, so he seems like he's almost ready to play. And again, you'll see him come back to the team on Friday.
Now here's Moore. Klacko's guarding him. Moore. Now here's Corrigan. Corrigan gets to Kramer. Kramer's pass, tried to pass, it's going to be stolen by Udell. Udell to Klacko. They're going to call a block on Ward here. They keep trying to get these charge calls, but they keep getting blocks, and now Udell's going to go to the line. As Matthew Corrigan seems to be holding his hand, maybe his finger, something's injured there, so we might get a sub for him. But Klacko's going to the line for 2. Like we said earlier, 78% from the line. They're looking to push this lead back to double digits.
Yeah, and I can't believe the call right there. As it seems like Ward got his feet set and he was able to take that charge, and Ward bench seems to have given up at this point, and they're not even complaining at these calls. And it seems like, I assume they're going to chalk this loss up to bad officiating, but it's going to go in the record books just the same. So as Klacko knocks down his second free throw.
And that's if Staples wins, as Udell strips the ball from Stuart Jones. Now here's Udell on the break again. He's going to kick out to Klacko. And now they're going to reset here. They're going to slow it down. Ward was fast to get back on defense. Here's Klacko. Gets back to Udell.
This Staples defense doing everything right at the moment.
Here's Klacko. Klacko gets to Sikorsky. They're going to set up a play here. Sikorsky's going to get to Lohman. Lohman to Klacko. Moore's guarding him tightly. Klacko driving inside, gets by him. The floater is going to be no good. He's going to get his own rebound, however, and he's going to kick it to Udell. Udell's going to slow it back down again.
Yeah, Klacko gets a 1-on-3 rebound right there in the paint.
And now here's Klacko. Udell got it back to him. He's got a screen from Tobias. Klacko's going to get it back out to Tobias. Tobias driving inside, going to kick out to Sikorsky. Sikorsky a 3. No good. Hits back rim. The rebound almost went to Tobias, but it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go the Mustangs' way.
Yeah, definitely a great hustle play by Tobias here to get up. And looks like a questionable call, but officiating gets it, and it's going to the Ward offense possession right now, and they're down 11 trying to make a comeback.
And just a sloppy game from both teams. We just see it. I see on almost every play, we just see ball not catching players' hands as fast as usual. Just every single little thing has just been a little bit sloppier for both teams. As Corrigan's layup's going to be no good, and Udell is going to take it back up for the Wreckers. Udell driving inside quickly. Going to try to get it out to Klacko, but he's going to find Tobias inside. Now there's Klacko. They're going to set it up. Golchor is going to call his play. Got 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see what Sam Klacko could do here. Klacko to Tobias. Becker is guarding him. Finds backdoor Udell. Layup no good. Rebounds out. It's going to go to Nascimento.
Yeah, and Staples continuing to make some of these mistakes, but now have a better cushion at 11.
Here's Stuart Jones for 3. He's going to get another one. And now the Staples lead is cut down to 8 with another 3 from Stuart Jones. So they're going to take another timeout here. 3:36 left to go in this game. 8-point game. Staples seems to be holding on, but still any man's game with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and you talked about the offensive efficiency from Ward here, as they're only at 41 points, and you look back at the record and back at the past games, and every game that they score above 60, they win, especially in these tight games. And they've scored 60 in 8 of their past games, and we'll see what happens. But they don't look like they're getting to that mark today, and that's what has been the defining factor for them. It seems like their defense has been iffy this year, but their offenses continue to bail out the defense, and that's not what's happening tonight is their shots don't fall. And that's why I think we see Staples up 8 right now with 3:36 remaining.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, this game for both teams, no matter which way it goes, is going to be chalked up to the sloppiness of play. I don't think either coach is going to be too happy with this win. Obviously, the win is better. The win is the win. But both teams playing really sloppy as of right now. They need to just calm down, get it together. They know it's a big game. It's state semifinals rematch, but they got to slow it down. Both teams have to calm down on offense. I know the defense is really good as well, but got to calm it down. You got to find the plays that work and try and get out in transition if you're the Wreckers, because that's what's been working.
Yeah, definitely, as we see Staples with Lohman, Sikorsky, Udell, Klacko, and Tobias on the floor.
Yeah, same 5 out for the Wreckers. Klacko has the ball. Mustangs are going with the press. Bass Lawrence checks in for the Mustangs for Kramer to get a little bit of a rest. Now here's Lohman, gets to Udell. Udell driving inside, he's going to get to Klacko. Klacko in the corner, wide open. No good, hits back iron. The rebound's going to go Ward's way. And now they're going to take it up in transition. Here's Nascimento, the layup, no good. Rebound Lohman. And now they're going to get it to Klacko just to reset here. They're going to slow it down.
Yeah, Nascimento goes for a lefty layup right there. And he goes for the reverse, and it doesn't fall as Staples up only 8 right now.
Now here's Udell driving inside. Ball's going to be tipped. Udell's going to keep it. They're going to call another jump ball here. And I believe it's going to stay Staples.
Yeah, and Warde seems to try to put their best 5 out here right now. As they've got Corrigan, Shea. Sorry about that. Stewart, Jones, Kramer, and Shea back in the floor, along with Moore. So they've got their starting 5 out here as Staples has most of their guys, 4 out of 5 of them. And it's going to come down to the wire in these last couple minutes.
As the scores table forgot to switch the possession arrow, it's going Ward's way here. Here's Stewart Jones, try to drive inside, but the ball is going to get loose. It's going to go Staples' way. Some great defense by Adam Udell there. As Warde continues to press, Stewart Jones tips the ball out of bounds, so Staples is going to inbound it again. Some tight press defense from Warde here. Let's see if it helps them out. As Staples up 8 with 2 minutes 30 seconds left to go. So Staples is going to conserve time, going to not get too trigger happy here and try and secure this win.
Yeah, I don't see this press being much of an issue for Staples as they've got athletic guys all over the court. So they seem to break it with ease recently. I'd be interested to see if this possession that has been forgotten to been switched by the scores table is going to play a role later in this game.
There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Klacko, pull up mid-range, no good. Rebound Stewart Jones. Now Stewart Jones gets to Moore. Moore inside layup, no good. And a charge, another one for Mason Tobias. Well, yeah, it's going to be a charge. Signaled, I thought he was going to signal the 1-and-1, but it's 11.
Yeah, that was an interesting call there. And Staples, another call here, and it's helping them out late in this game.
Now here's Klacko. They're going to slow it down again, I'm sure. It's 25 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:37 left to go in the game. Here's Klacko in the post on Stewart Jones. Layups. He's going to be fouled right there. He's going to the line again. So he has another chance to extend this lead to double digits with 1:32 remaining.
Yeah, and we'll see how he gets it done. He's at 78%, but he looks to be tired out there. So he'll go to the line and collect his breath as he tries to go for 2 right now.
Yeah, hopefully he can go 2 for 2 at the line this one. I mean, the story of this game has just been defense and defense. That's really been all for both teams. No team really been able to find any crazy rhythm. We've seen some momentum swings go both ways. Right now, Staples up 8 as Klacko is to shoot. Missed the first one. The second one is good.
Yeah, Klacko goes 1 for 2 at the line right there. Not something you see too often, and not something you want to see down the stretch.
As Shea's layup's going to be blocked by Mason Tobias. Tried to go with the reverse, didn't work. And now here's Udell. They're going to press Sikorsky. Now they're going to foul Sikorsky with 1:16 left, a 9-point game. It's going to be a free throw game now. It's just up to the Wreckers if they can make their free throws. As the Mustangs call a timeout here. Max, if you are the Mustangs, you're in a pretty sticky situation right now. Down 9 points, a minute 16 left. What do you think of doing differently on offense? Because nothing has been working. They try to get inside. They're getting blocked by Mason Tobias. Mason Tobias making great charge plays as well inside. And outside hasn't been able to work either, besides Stuart Jones really been the only guy who's been able to hit from outside.
Yeah, there's not much. There doesn't seem to be many answers for Warde right now. It really comes down to just missing shots. And they've gotten the great shots. They're getting open. They're getting to the rim, and they're just not finishing it. And it's really coming to bite them here late in this game as they're down 9. They are going to play this free throw game. And Staples in double bonus now, so every time they get a foul, they're going to the line for 2 to try to extend the lead. So Warde has to be smart with their possessions, and they're going to really have to pull something out of their pocket here to go win this game.
And for Staples, it's just about keeping the right guys in the game, keeping your best free throw shooters in the game. You don't want this game to come down to you missing free throws. That's the one priority you need to have if you're Coach Goldshore in this Wreckers offense. As Sikorsky is set to shoot these free throws for the Wreckers, he is under 50%. I know that from the line this season. Let's see if he can knock both of them down.
Yeah, Nick Sikorsky only shooting 36% from the line, so he's the guy you want to send out of these 5, and he's going to try to extend this lead as he does not knock down the first one.
Yeah, missing the first one. He's got to remain calm. Staples has 3 men back, so got Adam Udell's the one guy trying to get the board here if this one misses, but it doesn't. Nick Sikorsky makes the free throw, and now Staples is up 10 with a minute 15 to go. Here's Stuart Jones with the ball. He's going to get it over to Shea. Now here's Shea, guarded by Udell.
Warde has to make something happen here if they want a chance at winning this game.
They're going to swing it all the way back to Corrigan. Corrigan driving inside. Layup is good. 57 seconds left on the clock. Warde needs to hurry here. And Staples needs to hurry as well. They need to get it in bounds. They get it to Udell. Now here's Udell. He gets past half court. They're probably going to foul. Now they get to Sikorsky. Sikorsky gets to Tobias. Tobias to Klacko. Klacko's going to hold it now. And now they're going to foul Klacko. So Staples got around 13 seconds there off of the clock. Some good game management by them. And Klacko is going to go to the line now. Let's see if he could bring this game back to a 10-point lead. And if he brings it back to a 10-point lead, I think it's all but lost for Warde.
Yeah, you really have to see Warde pull something down here. And they look just as confused as a lot of the people in this stadium do, is how this game got so out of control for them, is they felt like they were playing well on both offensively and defensively as they hold Staples to below 60 points. So they're confused, and it really comes down to this shot percentage by Warde. It's not going their way tonight.
As Klacko makes both, it's still a 10-point game. 34 seconds left on the clock. Here's Moore. They're going to need to start shooting some threes. As Moore's mid-range is blocked by Sam Klacko, and that's going to close this one out. Ward's going to foul, but 10-point lead. Klacko's on the line. 25 seconds left to go. There isn't that much room for a miracle here for Warde. But Klacko goes to the line again. He's going to put his free throws up. These ones are going to be a little bit more calm for him. He's not going to have to worry too much at the free throw line. So the first one's up. He's going to knock that one down. 11-point lead for the Wreckers, 54-43 in this fourth quarter. They're looking to close right now, just they got to make sure that Warde can't get any open threes. Klacko's second free throw good as well. More to Corrigan. They're going to try and push it up. Corrigan with some sloppy ball handling. They're going to call a backcourt violation. Corrigan tried to get it to Moore, but they said Moore's foot was still in the backcourt. So a turnover from Warde gives Staples the ball back with 20 seconds left, a 12-point game. So it's interesting to see if they're going to try and foul here. They're going to try and pick the ball off, but it's going to be a foul. 2 shots for Klacko. So Staples is going to close this one out. Klacko looking to push it to a 14-point lead with 19 seconds left on the clock. So really, really no chance of Warde coming back now. What people thought was going to be a game that would go in Warde's favor is one that Staples pretty much dominated the whole way through. it didn't really show too much on the score sheet, but Staples got in transition more. They played better defense, and both teams were sloppy, but Staples definitely less sloppy than Warde, as we saw the backcourt violation just a couple seconds ago, as Ward's going to dribble it out, and Staples is going to take this one 43-57, a 14-point lead. Staples takes it in the state semifinals rematch. Warde was hungry for revenge, but I guess not hungry enough, as this one will go pretty easily in the fourth quarter to Staples.
Yeah, as that one does not go well for Warde. They lose at home in a big FCX matchup, and Staples wins another FCX game. That's 3 in a row now as they boost their odds to make the FCX playoffs, and I know that's a big goal of theirs along with the state championship, so they're taking another step closer, being another great, really good Warde team that's 10-3 and sends them to 10-4, and Staples goes to 10-4 too, so they put themselves in a great spot heading into these playoff races later in this season. I know that's a big game for Staples as they didn't play as well as they hoped. They still come out with a 14-point win over one of the top-ranked teams in the state. So that's great to see always. And I know Coach Goldshaw is going to be happy as him and his team celebrate this win tonight, but it'll be back to business tomorrow morning.
And moving forward for the Wreckers on Friday, they are away at Ludlow. Ludlow making a bit of a mid-season push. That's also another FCX game that's going to count on their FCX schedule for the playoffs. So that is going to be a Friday night thriller for us, but that is going to be all for me and Max. Stay tuned.